Sussex fought hard against the touring Australians, but went down to a 57-run defeat on an entertaining day in Hove. Ben Brown invited the tourists to bat after winning the toss, and Aaron Finch and his less experienced opening partner Darcy Short both did well in the early stages against a strong Sussex attack, which was pleasing for all to see. It was Finch who largely dominated the opening stand, which was worth 74 runs in 10 overs. Then on came Danny Briggs, and with his third delivery, he had Short plumb in front for 21. Briggs conceded only 2 runs from his first 3 overs, but then Marcus Stoinis eased him for a 6-over long off. And the powerful Western Australian soon repeated the dose. Finch, who'd completed a 54-ball 50, then went big off Abhi Sekande, the Aussies with the 100 up after 20 overs. It looked as if a huge total was on the cards when Stoinis cleared the rope again off Luke Wells to celebrate his own 57-ball half-century. The partnership was at 93 when, on 78, Finch was undone by the pace of Jofra Archer. That started a mini-collapse as, in the next over, Glenn Maxwell placed a loose drive off Wells into the hands of Laurie Evans at mid-off. And it was 3 wickets in 3 overs as Travis Head was beaten by Briggs and LBW. From 167 for 1, the tourists then found themselves on 180 for 5, with Wells doing for Tim Payne 4 wickets lost in a hurry. He received some valuable support from Ashton Agar, as this pair added 58 runs for the 6th wicket in the space of 9 overs. Within that time, Stoinis went to his well-controlled 100. A 4 off Wells got him to his mark from his 103rd delivery. Without his efforts, Sussex would have been chasing a much smaller target. As it was, Australia ended on 277 for 9, as the hosts had the better of the death overs after Agar on 21 was run out by the bowler Archer. Michael Neser edged a slog off Chris Jordan, and Stoinis was finally dismissed for 110, toe-ending an Archer full toss out to Evans. Jai Richardson was the last to fall at the end of the penultimate over with a miscue, Archer ending with figures of 3 for 62. AJ Tye did strike the penultimate ball of the innings for this 6, but Sussex will have been well pleased with their efforts overall. What they needed to do now was to shine with the bat, but Wells was unable to do that after being run out for 1 in the 3rd over after a complete lack of communication with Phil Salt. That left it to Salt to try to get the innings moving, and he struck an early 6 off Neser, and a second in the next over when Agar was brought into the attack in the 8th over. In fact, Salt very much enjoyed the bowling of the spinner, who he twice more dispatched into the distance from successive balls as Sussex raced to 74 for 1 from the first 10 overs, Salt at his 50 from just 33 deliveries. Harry Finch then joined in the fun with his own maximum, with this pair putting on 91 runs in just a dozen overs. The turning point came when Kane Richardson ended Salt's enterprising innings on 62, which was made from 49 balls. Finch was now joined by Evans, and these two carried the total to 129 for 2 at the end of the 23rd over, 149 more needed from 27. But Agar, who'd been expensive, then took a simple return catch to remove Finch for 45, and the Aussies started to take over. Michael Burgess was bowled by Stoinis, who could do little wrong, the batsman gone for 6. Evans kept his side in the contest with shots like this one, but he lost support at the other end after Brown gave Agar his 2nd wicket after scoring 17. Evans completed his 50 with another maximum of Agar, the 58th delivery the batsman had faced. With 14 overs remaining, the target was down to 86. That was gettable, but made tougher when David Visa was taken behind for 3. And when Evans was stumped off Agar for 57, the task was now a difficult one, with 75 needed from the last dozen overs and only 3 wickets in hand. Jordan was then run out by the man of the match Stoinis for 5 to pretty much confirm the result. In the end, Sussex were all out in the 43rd over, Archer bowled by Tye for 10, and Sekande going the same way to Jai Richardson as the hosts were dismissed for 220. That meant a defeat by 57 runs, but at least Sussex offered the tourists a good challenge, and there were plenty of positives to be taken from the contest.